Hey cupcakes, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and hey girlfriend or boyfriend, if you're new and haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that blue notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And to do that, just hit the subscribe button. And did I already mention hit them thumbs up? Yes, give me a thumbs up for this video. And as you read by the title, it's a reaction video. So go and grab your snacks or whatever you do to, relax. And let's just go and get into it.
Horror movies are great. If you're in the mood for gore, scares, and suspense, there's nothing better than sitting in the dark with candles flickering, ready to be frightened half to death. But not all horror movies are as straightforward as they might seem. In this video, we'll take you through some horror movie theories that will change the way you watch the movies in question. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way of keeping up to date with all of Screen Rant's great new videos. The Blair Witch Project. There's a theory that suggests time itself is being manipulated by the woods in the Blair Witch movies. In the first movie, Heather, Josh, and Mike wandered lost in the woods and never managed to find their car.
Something I would never do.
And it could be due to time being manipulated. No. The trio obviously wouldn't find their car or the road if they didn't exist yet. Moreover, at the end of the movie, Rustin Parr's house is very much standing and intact. But Blair Witch 2, which is set only a short time later, shows the house to have been in ruins for what appears to be a very long time. Event Horizon. You know the cult sci-fi horror movie Event Horizon? Well, there's a theory that it takes place in the same universe as the iconic Hellraiser movies. The journey in Event Horizon sees the main characters traveling beyond the known universe.
Let me know in the comments if you guys seen the first two movies so far.
That's undoubtedly reminiscent of numerous scenes in the Hellraiser franchise. The theory suggests that you don't necessarily need the lament configuration to reach the Cenobite's dimension, as long as you have another way of getting there. When Sam Neill's Weir becomes a demon at the end, his transformation also resembles the Cenobites from the Hellraiser comic books. The Texas
touch them all, touch them all.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake
Lord, touch them all, touch them all.
Leatherface's real name was revealed to be Thomas, but there was no such male name given in the original movie. And this theory suggests the character might actually have been female. It stems from the fact that Leatherface behaves like a stereotypical 1970s housewife, preparing food and whatnot. The theory also suggests Leatherface is responsible for the decor that adorns the house, and she even applies some lipstick and blusher to one of her masks in a famous deleted scene. The theory relies heavily on stereotypical gender roles, but stereotypes of that nature were more common in 1974, so it's definitely a plausible theory. Paranormal Activity. This is without a doubt one of the craziest fan theories ever conceived, but it's undoubtedly very interesting. The theory is that the creator of the Paranormal Activity franchise, Oren Peli, made a deal with a demon from the movies in order to create one of the most profitable horror franchises in cinematic history. The theory suggests that the demon requires fear to grow stronger, so Peli offered it unlimited power by filming its misdeeds and showing them to millions of people. The footage was then released under the guise of a
even though I think I heard this before,
millions of people around the world,
I'm pretty sure it can be true. So yes, I believe
on that terror. Nosferatu.
Leave in the comments if you believe it.
Nosferatu set the standard for horror movies as we know them, and there's a theory that its star, Max Schreck, may have been an actual vampire. Schreck's horrifying performance as Count Orlok was very otherworldly, almost as if he was descended from rats rather than man. In the famous scene when he rose from a coffin, it's impossible not to feel as if you're watching a real monster, and a significant number of viewers watching the movie suspected that really was the case. His relative obscurity both before and after the movie fueled the theory. Schreck emerged from primitive Eastern Europe to film it, then mysteriously disappeared back into the darkness. The Mist.
I'm sorry, I just thought he was just ugly.
The Mist, when a group of people were stranded inside a supermarket after otherworldly creatures appeared inside of a mist and started killing everyone, religious zealot Mrs. Carmody suggested a sacrifice was needed to save everyone, even suggesting 8-year-old Billy Drayton should be it. This theory suggests she was right, because at the end of the movie, when Billy's dad killed everyone, including Billy, to spare them from a more horrific death, the mist immediately lifted and the military arrived to save everyone. If the theory true, had the sacrifice been made when Mrs. Carmody suggested it, a lot of awful stuff would have been avoided. A Nightmare on Elm Street. The iconic Freddy Krueger terrorized Elm Street protagonist Nancy Thompson in her dreams and beyond. But why her? There's a theory that suggests it's because Nancy was Freddy's daughter. Freddy had a backstory,
I always thought
but
because
his
he was a
reason for
pedo.
specifically targeting Nancy was never truly explained. The sequels even focused on Nancy's house, which might have been Freddy attempting to get close to his daughter and his previous home. He believed he would raise Nancy, which was why the movies gravitated toward the Thompsons in general, and it would certainly explain why Nancy's mother had Freddy's bladed glove in her basement, despite being one of the parents who burned him to death. Drag Me to Hell. Drag Me to Hell was about a loan officer who was cursed by an old gypsy woman she was
Definitely
forced
seen
to
this
admit.
movie.
But this theory suggests it's also about eating disorders.
Yo, it's
Main
so
character
crazy.
Christine
This
was shown
movie's
to
so
have been
crazy.
an overweight child and dreamed about being vomited on, when it was actually her doing the vomiting. The demon that terrorized her as a result of her curse also only ever attacked her in her kitchen. Moreover, the demon stole candy from her desk, and when she was finally forced to eat, she saw an eye staring at her, which was just one of the hallucinations she experienced.
She
due to
need to
lack
go
of
back to
nutrition.
this woman
The Cabin
and
in the Woods.
beg.
The Cabin
Yo,
in the Woods
beg.
boasted a number of familiar faces, but none more famous than Sigourney Weaver. It was an extremely meta movie in general, but this theory suggests something crazily meta was done during its climax. As the cabin started to fall apart, so did the movie itself. So the director, Weaver's character,
I seen
randomly
this
showed up
in
in
the
an
remake.
attempt to save the day and the movie itself. Apparently, in a movie that both makes fun of scary movies and honors them, the directors knew when they might be losing some fans. So they threw Weaver in as both an inside joke and an attempt to revitalize horror movies in general. Scream. In Scream, two killers, Billy Loomis and Stu Maker, terrorized the town of Woodsboro, California. This theory, however, suggests there were actually three, with the third being Scream 3's Roman Bridger. He's Sidney Prescott's illegitimate
And I
brother,
can't wait
when
to
he
see
first
the
showed up in
new
Woodsboro,
Scream.
He was shunned by his mother.
I know
starting
it's
his
already
killing
out,
spree.
but I
It
haven't
just
seen it
started
yet.
earlier than we realized. He turned Billy and Stu into murderers, even joining in sometimes. A couple of continuity errors in the movie could be explained by a third killer, and the biggest hint came in a grocery store, when the killer's reflection appears over a brand of ice cream. The ice cream's name, Romantica. And that
Okay, so that was the end. So what do you guys think? Because to me, personally, I don't be getting scared of nothing no more. I mean, like, maybe at my big age, it's just like you realize that everything happened. Like, literally, everything happened. So, and then I thought that was going to be a lot more than what they gave us. And it wasn't. And it just wasn't. It wasn't given the title 10 horror movie theories that will change how you watch the film. Like, it wasn't given none of that. I watched majority of the films and they didn't scare me. And like I said about Freddy, I already thought he was a fucking petty. If you made it this far in the video, what are you doing? You might as well go and leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and hit that blue notification. Until next time, thank you. Toodles.